morning, everybody. Today I am going to be making a pumpkin roll. And no, not the kind of pumpkin roll that you saw. Instead, I'm going to be making the pumpkin roll that you put in your mouth and it tastes so delicious. It tastes just like fall. It's got the perfect mixture of cake and cream cheese filling. It is perfect. And so I am excited to show you how I make it today. I am going to be cooking out of the Griffiths Family Cookbook today. And look who is sporting the pregnant belly. One of my favorite times to cook in the kitchen is in the morning because it is one of the only times that we have just a little bit of sunlight shining through our windows. You can see I have a little bit of sunshine shining down into my kitchen. And this is the only time of day that I get sun in here. So let's get cooking. Chicken eggs or chicken eggs? Fresh chicken eggs or store-bought eggs?
Chicken eggs.
You think we should do the chicken eggs? I've actually never cooked with these other than just like the basic scrambled eggs. So I just cracked our 3 eggs, and one of our eggs actually had a double yolk, which I am actually kind of glad because they were a little bit smaller eggs. So we've got our 3 eggs, our 1 cup of sugar, and here we have a few different options. I'm supposed to beat those for 5 minutes. You can use a basic hand mixer like that, and I debated whether to use the spatula mixer or this one right here. And I think I'm just gonna stick with this one so that I don't have to trade it out because my next step will be to fold in the dry ingredients. And so I like the rubber spatula for that one. While the eggs are beating, I mix together 2/3 cup pumpkin puree and 1 teaspoon lemon juice. I like to stick with the Libby's pumpkin puree and not the store brand. I think it tastes much better. Okay, the recipe book, did you hit your head?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Okay. The recipe book says to stir in the pumpkin puree to the egg mixture with a spoon or large spatula, but you know what? I'm going to just use my KitchenAid mixer.
Yeah, that in there too.
Yep. Okay, should we turn it on? Ooh, don't spit in it, Kay.
No, it's...
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Okay, don't do that, Kay.
Yummy!
Okay, now I'm gonna gather up my dry ingredients. Okay, how many times has your head hit one of these corners? So many times.
So you was bugging my head or smushing it?
I was not bunking it.
So you was smushing it?
You thought I was smushing your head?
Yeah.
Did Mom get lemon juice on the counter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. One time I was complaining to my mom. I said, when Landon cooks in the kitchen, he makes such a mess. He gets food everywhere. And my mom said, you know what, Julie? He's probably just a really happy cook. And so every time I make a mess in the kitchen, I think, I'm just being a happy cook. I'm just happy. And if Landon leaves a mess, I think, well, at least he was in the kitchen helping me and cooking and being happy. For the dry ingredients, we want 3/4 cup of flour. So I'm just gonna do my 4th cup.
I'm gonna do it.
3 times. Okay, can you put it in there?
Dum, 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 dum.
Okay, we are kind of on a time crunch because Lucy is awake downstairs in her crib. I hear her and she's going to start crying any second. So I'm gonna try and get as much done as I can. You're gonna bend your head down. Okay, we need cinnamon, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon ground ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Now for you, listen, I'm gonna take you. He's saying so.
All those spices mixed together.
Yeah.
Smells so good. And I think the ginger is what makes it.
Yeah, chicken bread does.
Okay, so you fold your dry ingredients into the wet mixture. And I'm just gonna use the same spatula that I have been using. The next step is to prepare your jelly roll pan, and I never knew what a jelly roll pan was, and I haven't even measured this, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that I've always used. A 10 by 15 pan is what you want. This is a lot smaller than a basic cake pan, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this, even though I've not measured it. I'm pretty sure this is the one though. So you can either grease and flour this, or you can lay parchment paper down and then butter the parchment paper, and that's what I like to do. I think it comes out a little bit easier. I think my 1-year-old got to my parchment paper. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is not how I bought it. I'm gonna take my nice, pretty stick of butter and mangle the thing so it looks disgusting. And now I'm just gonna spread butter all over my parchment paper. You know what? I'm gonna put a disclaimer on this video real quick. Sometimes making cake rolls, the bread, the top of the roll cracks, and there's no guarantee with that. And I'm sure there's tips and tricks on how to prevent cracking on your cake rolls, but you know what? I've tried it all, and sometimes they still just crack. So I forgot to set my temperature to 375. Dang it, now it's not ready to go. 375. Oh, do you hear Lucy crying?
Yep. I'll smell that. Come on.
Okay. Is that creepy? It's Halloween. I have to be a little creepy, right? I will see you in 15 minutes. While the cake is cooking, I prepare my towel. I get just a plain white tea towel and I lay it out and I fold it in half. And I cover it with about a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And I'm just gonna go like this. I don't have a sifter, so I'll just do this. And this is to prevent the cake from sticking to the towel while it cools down. Okay, this is the part that I hate the most, and that is transferring this to my prepared towel. And I know some people can roll this up with the parchment paper, but I don't know, I think it sticks more that way. So, oh gosh. Do you see how nervous I am? I don't want to do this because I don't want to mess up my cake. But you can do this, I can do this, and if it messes up, you know what? We'll have crumbled cake for dessert. So we'll just like pick it up, and it's pretty springy. Ooh, did I cook it all the way? It's pretty springy, so you want to do it while it's warm. I'm just going to kind of try and get it directly onto the tea towel. Are you kidding me? Well, it's on there. It's on there.
Yeah, try it.
You can see I cracked it right there. You guys, that was a disaster, and I am so sorry you had to witness that. That was embarrassing. There was probably a lot better way to do that, guys. Gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, you can see how bad it's cracked. Look at that right there. That is a cracked. Oh my gosh. Okay, I should be like showing you guys how to do this the right way, not the wrong way. I'm going to let it cool on a wire rack so that it can also cool from underneath as well. I am a little disappointed in myself, but that's okay. I'm trying to take some deep breaths and blow off some steam. No pun intended. My cake roll is trying to blow off some steam as well. Anyway, while that is cooling off, I'm going to make the cream cheese mixture. 1 block of cream cheese, 6 tablespoons butter, a cup of powdered sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I like to blend these two up first before I add that, just to make sure it's going to be smooth and creamy and not lumpy. And I just have these sitting out at room temperature for a few minutes. Okay, my pumpkin roll has cooled and I am anxiously waiting to see what the disaster looks like. But nonetheless, I know it will still taste good. So I'm just gonna slowly unroll it. I'm gonna take the cream cheese mixture that I whipped up and spread it in the middle, kind of covering up the cracks that I created. Okay, this is the fun part, is rolling it back up once the cream cheese is in the middle. Honestly, it looks like I was just trying to cut it in half so I could give like half to a neighbor and keep half for myself. I don't know, even though there's a crack in the middle, I'm very pleased with it. I'm going to cover this up with some plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for about an hour so it can completely set before we eat it. Okay, so it is actually the next day. We have not cut into the pumpkin roll because, well, we just haven't. Landon is the first to taste it.
First one to try it out.
You tell me what you think. Don't mind the kids in the background. Delish?
That is really good. And I'm not usually a big, like, lots of pumpkin type of guy, but this is one that I will always love.
I love the look of it. Look how pretty that is.
It cracked a little
It did,
bit.
and that's okay. I told them all about it, but I think it looks really good. If you guys want the recipe, it is in this cookbook. I will leave a link to the family cookbook in the description below, so go order you a cookbook or a family member. They make for really good gifts. But thank you guys so much for watching today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching me make a pumpkin roll with Porter and Landon enjoying the pumpkin roll. So we will leave that with you.